What's up, OMies? I'm Ewashkiw from Adventure Yoga. Thanks for joining me for this yoga pose breakdown of Dhanurasana, also known as bow pose. It's not bow like a pretty bow that you'd put on a present, but bow like an archer's bow, as in a bow and arrow. So when you're doing this pose with me today, I want you to imagine the power of an archer's bow and looking off into the distance to your goal and shooting straight from this pose to hit your mark. To do this pose, unroll your mat, lie down on your mat, and I'll meet you there in just a few seconds. To start this Dhanurasana yoga pose breakdown, please lie down on your mat on your belly. Stretch your legs straight back behind you and place the tops of your feet on the mat. Bring your chin to the ground, or your nose, or your forehead. Bend your knees, point your toes straight up. When you bend your knees, your butt might stick up a little bit, so push down through your hips, push down through your lower belly. Reach back and grab the tops of your feet, or you can grab your ankles for a slightly more secure grip. If you find it difficult to reach back and grab your feet, I've written a whole blog post that goes along with this video, and there's a link to that blog post in the description for this video. I have modifications that I list in there, including some things that you can do to find a way to hold your feet using props. So if you can't hold your feet here, I recommend going to check out the blog post so that you can find a few suggestions to help you use a strap or a towel to hold while you're doing Dhanurasana. I'm going to hold my ankles because I like the more secure grip there, but that's a deeper pose, so you may want to hold the tops of your feet. Lift your shoulders off the ground, but keep your chin, nose, or forehead on the ground. And then we're going to start with our legs. Use your hands and pick your knees up. So your knees come off the ground and your thighs come off the ground. There's a tendency here for your knees to go out to the sides, or to keep hugging your thighs towards each other and stretch your knees straight back. To help get your knees higher off the ground, use your hands, use your arms, pick your knees up higher, but then also use the power of your legs to straighten your legs up a little bit higher. And now it's time to add your head and chest into the pose. Kick back with your feet so you rock back and your chest lifts. Dhanurasana. Push down through your lower belly. Lift your knees up higher. To help with that, work to straighten your legs up towards the ceiling. Kick back with your legs, and you can look forward or look up. And breathe. Dhanurasana, bow pose. And then slowly come down. Release your feet down to the ground. Rock your hips from side to side a little bit. And child's pose, balasana, makes a nice counter pose. Take your knees wide, sit on your heels, and fold forward. Slide your hands back towards your knees. Sit up. Thanks for joining me for this yoga pose breakdown of Dhanurasana. Bow pose is a pose I have always found hard. I am not a bendy person by nature, so back bends are sort of like my nemesis in yoga. But I really like working on them because they have something to teach me and they help me find new strength and flexibility in myself. And that's what I really love about the yoga practice. I hope this breakdown helped you find a little bit more about your own bow pose and your own ability to back bend and tap into that strength, which is there inside you and is going to help you be more flexible. This breakdown is part of a whole blog post I've written about Dhanurasana for my website, adventureyogaonline.com. And you can find that blog post in the description below. There's a direct link to it. If you'd like to do a full class with me now, there's a backbend class right up there I recommend. And if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel yet, just click on my picture right over there and you can subscribe. And if you want to give this class a thumbs up, that would be awesome. It helps other people see it. Thanks, OMies. I'll see you on the mat really soon.